So as we get started here, I want you to start to tune in to the heart. Now, as you're tuning into the heart, bringing forth that heart's desire. What is just burning within your being? That when you feel into it, when you bring it into your mind's eye, when you start to imagine what that life would be, you can just feel it awakening the deepest level of cellular remembrance within the body, within the being, within the energetics of your soul. I want you to feel how that heightened energy frequency is coming in to the heart. And feel how it is just at the tip of your fingers. You can feel it, it's right there. It's so tangible. And so as you're tuning yourself like a tuning fork to that frequency, to that timeline, you want to start to sense, feel, or imagine that you have this beautiful, vibrant, pure white light grounding cord. And that grounding cord releases, and it brings you into the center of the earth. Now, the center point is going to have a crystalline sphere. And we're talking about the center of the new earth. This heightened frequency and vibration can be felt in all parts of your being. And this center sphere is connected deeply into Gaia's heart. And I want you to take a moment and just come into right relationship with her, and we're just asking permission to enter this sacred space. Honoring her, honoring yourself, and honoring all life. As you enter, you'll notice that you're brought into the center of the center of the center. This center is known as the 0 point, the primordial, the void. I want you to start to feel yourself completely dissolve through pure white light. And this dissolving is bringing you deeper into the nothingness. It is here where you let go of all identity to self, the beliefs, the stories, all of the things you've been carrying with you for lifetimes on a soul level. And so within the dissolving, within the 0 point, you feel yourself becoming the breath of life. Almost as a baby first entering the womb space through the great void. Here, you connect into that void once again. And so just breathing into that, just feeling yourself surrendering into the abyss, into it all. there's a deep level of trust that also comes in to let go on this level. To trust that as you dissolve, as you let go, as you allow yourself to go through the death, there will always be a rebirth on the other side. And so breathing into that just for another moment. I want you to start to breathe your energy up your channel, pulling that great void all the way up and coming back into the body. And as you do, I want you to start to feel yourself just opening each of your chakras, just opening the root, opening and expanding, coming into the sacral, opening and expanding, into the solar plexus, opening and expanding, into your heart, opening and expanding, coming into your throat, opening and expanding, into the third eye, opening and expanding. And as you reach the crown, open and expand the crown. Calling in pure white light energy from up above. It's coming in and it's just cleansing, clearing, protecting, expanding the torus field. I want you to find your way back into your heart. As you're in the center of your heart, feeling yourself fully connected from up above and as so from down below. We're going to start to call in our guides. Calling in Archangel Michael on the left. Archangel Michael will remove any cords, any hooks, any agreements, seen, unseen, known, unknown, through all time and space. That your higher self, your soul, is ready to let go of all of that which is no longer serving your highest self. Giving permission to have that release now, creating space and an openness to receive the activation. Calling in Archangel Metatron on the right. Now, Metatron is the keeper of Metatron's cube. That sacred geometric formation that we connected to, that's planted that seed in the subconscious mind. I want you to sense, feel, or imagine bringing up Metatron's cube around your being. You're letting go of the mind of trying to figure that out, and you can just state, setting the intention that all 13 pillars of light be fully activated around you, spinning counterclockwise, knowing that the intelligence that exists within you and these patterns know exactly what to do. As you're feeling this swirling of a vortex of energy, setting the intention to open and activate your ancient Merkaba. This Merkaba opens, spinning 2 tetrahedrons, one down counterclockwise and one up to the heavens clockwise. Again, letting go of the mind and trusting in the intelligence of these sacred patterns. As we start to feel the pulsation, the activation of these 2 tetrahedrons coming online, opening and activating the subtle body, the astral body, we start to take in a nice deep breath in together. And on the out breath, I want you to allow your astral body to go all the way up. We're going up past the crown chakra, the 8th chakra point, all the way up a pillar of light, thinking imagining that you're going up this golden elevator. And you're going all the way up through the 11th and the 12th, and you're going to land at the 13th floor. Now, this 13th floor, this 13th chakra, is that of your higher self. Now, as you land here in this space, as the doors open, allowing yourself to be greeted by your higher self. Your higher self is an omnipresent version of you. And so connecting heart to heart, third eye to third eye, breathing them in, tuning to their frequency. And just taking a moment and just asking if there's anything that they have to share with you today on this powerful solstice evening. We're going to ask your higher self to take you on a journey deep into self-discovery of the soul. We're going to ask the higher self to start to guide you in this realm, in this dimensional field. And you'll notice that just up ahead, you'll see what looks like a blueprint. This blueprint is laid out within this dimension, but it's not a one-dimensional blueprint. This blueprint is that of the third, fourth, fifth dimension. And maybe even possibly higher if your consciousness is able to tune into that high of a frequency. But imagine this blueprint something that is standing tall. It's expanded wide. And in the center of this blueprint, you see a glowing being. And this being is you on a soul level. Now, your soul is the essence of who you are. And maybe you've connected with your higher self many times, but have you connected with your soul? Not only a higher version of you, but your soul exists in every single version that you've been incarnated in from the time that your soul was created. Every lifetime, every moment, every experience, every breath that you've walked this planet, and most likely many others. Your soul has been there, not only in these higher dimensions, but it has been with you, part of the 7 subtle bodies outside of physical form. It is what has kept your physical body thriving, living, heart beating. And so finding your way to the center of this multidimensional blueprint with your soul. And you'll notice that your soul is taking you to a specific line of time. This blueprint is your soul's blueprint. And you'll notice in the moment, in the pause, in the stillness, where your soul brings you to. This moment where you're bringing in conscious awareness of your ability to quantum leap, to shift all the way down to the physical level of your atoms, to jump into another frequency, another line of time. I want you to sense, feel, or imagine this blueprint ever moving and changing. Think of it like the inside of a clock. You can almost sense, feel, or imagine yourself walking through this blueprint as it's continuously moving. The lines of time continuously moving, shifting, connecting in a new way. All orchestrated by you, all the way from the higher self, through the soul, down to the humanness that makes you who you are. Every level of dimensionality that exists within you is orchestrating this blueprint. I want you to take note and take a moment and see where you're currently at on this timeline. And come back into the beginning of this journey, the heart's desire. What was your heart's desire? Now we're going to ask your soul to show you, to illuminate the soul's desire. And I want you to tune into if there's anything that has shifted within the heart. Is there something that you cannot see, know, feel? Is there a redirection that's happening in life that the soul is asking you to trust, to surrender, and to take action when needed? I'm going to give you a moment within this experience to really tune in, to explore, to see what is here for you now. So allowing the curiosity as well of the inner child to come forward. And I'm almost sensing that most of your inner child are dancing, playing through this realm. Excited that they get to be the part of the orchestration. And so I want you to take a moment and allow your soul to show you the next highest timeline that is available for you now. We're going to set the intention that this timeline be activated within your entire being. Now know that this is something that you are orchestrating with yourself. And you are co-creating this with the universe, with Source, God, all that is. And so just trusting yourself in the timeline that you're choosing is also being orchestrated from you on a higher level that can see the desired outcome. And so I want you to start to sense, feel, or imagine that this line of time, almost as if there is a glowing orb in front of you. And we start to sense, feel, or imagine that that orb is emanating, pulsating a frequency. And that orb is connected to your heart's desire. And that orb is also connected to your soul's desire. And the higher self and all other parts of you. And the frequency that is beaming off of this orb, it's magnetizing in the next highest aligned timeline for you now. I want you to feel it being magnetized to you. I want you to feel how you're being asked to stretch and expand your bandwidth to hold this new level of reality. I want you to breathe into this and fully trust that you're being held and that you're being led by you, through you, for you. And when we start to feel the connection of these two timelines coming together, the merging of this frequency, I want you to start to sense, feel, or imagine the heightening of emotion that comes from embodying this new reality now. Rumya satatahia tahia tahia tahara satatahia tahia tahia. Rumya satatahia tahia tahia taha. So taking a moment and feeling into that expansion. And feeling how playful this gets to be for you as well. The fun, the love, the lightness, the abundance, the prosperity, the unconditional love that this timeline gets to be for you. Allowing yourself to dream as big as you can possibly dream, knowing that those dreams are only within you because they already exist within this blueprint that you are experiencing right now. I want you to feel the anchoring of that timeline coming in and really taking place. As you stand here with your soul, we are going to ask that when you come out of this experience, that your reality start to mirror back to you on some level, that you are now in a new line of time, that you have quantum leaped into this highest timeline, and the dreams and desires are set in motion. We're asking for that to be reflected time and time again. And so just breathing into that, feeling the level of trust that is being asked to be emanated through the being. Trusting yourself, your abilities, trusting source, universe, God, creation. Trusting that your soul is leading and guiding you, and it knows exactly where it's going. Can you just feel that level of safety within the body? That you're being led on a soul level, and your soul knows exactly where it's going. Think about all the pressure that you get to take off with that inner knowing. And just breathing into that for a moment. And so when you're feeling complete here, when you're feeling that that timeline is fully anchored in, I want you to take a moment and connect with your soul one more time. And I'm feeling a lot of emotions coming into this space of the deep, sacred connection that is being felt on a soul level, a remembrance that is taking place. Let yourself feel what is being asked to be felt. Allow yourself to remember the sacredness of who you are, how special you truly are. And we're going to ask your higher self to come in and to start to lead you out of this very powerful, potent blueprint that you've been guided into. And on the other side, I am going to guide you into just taking a moment and standing with your higher self. Now on the outside of the blueprint, but still looking towards it. And just seeing the orchestration that is taking place, this divine design that has an intelligence beyond what you could ever imagine. The deeper remembrance of there is so much going on behind the scenes. There's so much possibility of what exists. I am capable of so much more than I ever thought to know. I am powerful, I am sovereign, I am the creator and the co-creator of my own reality. Feeling the empowerment, feeling how that shift is going to pour into every choice that you make moving forward. Feeling into what it would be like for you to embody this version of yourself. What choices would you make? How would you show up? How would you move? How would you speak? How would you create? How would you love? How would you love yourself? How would you love others? Just feeling that shift. And allowing any messages of any aligned action that is being asked of you at this time. What is the first step as you come out of this experience? What is the very first step? Maybe it's as simple as going and putting your feet out on the earth. Maybe it's hugging a loved one and telling them how much you love them. Maybe it's going and standing in front of the mirror and looking at yourself in the eyes and seeing yourself on a level of a soul level that you have not yet before, and saying, I love you. I see you. Or maybe it's bigger than that. Whatever that is for you, I'm just going to give you a moment to really tune in with your higher self. Trusting whatever information is coming forward. And I want you to take one last moment with your higher self. And we're going to ask your higher self to guide you back over to that elevator that you came up on. But taking a moment here with them first. And we're going to call in any and all other guides that are here to support you in this journey. Perhaps you're connected to the angelic realm, the archangels, ascended masters, galactic family of light, healed ancient ancestors. We're calling them all in. To come into a conscious state, to awaken and remember who you are in a place that is so dense, is the ultimate mastery of one's life. To get to this place where you can connect, you can remember, you can be the sovereign creator of your own life. Can be looked at as a rebellious act of the systems in place. So remember that as you are here in this experience, doing this work, that this is your reclamation of your sovereignty. I want you to feel all of your power coming back into your being on a soul level, anywhere where you've ever felt stripped of your power, of your truth, of your light, of your voice, of your love. Feeling all of that coming back in now, claiming that sovereignty for yourself, and feeling the support from all of your guides, feeling the support from your higher self. And as you're in this channel of your 13th chakra, you can feel it just penetrating into every part of your being as well. And here in this moment, making a vow for yourself, no longer moving forward will you allow anyone to disempower you. In whatever that looks like for you, and whatever that means for yourself. It is the highest level of self-love. And so I'm getting the message that for some of you, or maybe even for all of you, there is a gift to be received. And this gift can look in many different ways. This could be a spiritual sword or weapon of some sort. And those are usually used for protection or for light weaving. Or maybe it's a crystal or a gem, or it could even be a formation of sacred geometry. There could be a crown of light. And there may be many other things that are coming through as well. Just trusting what's coming through, what you're receiving, if anything at all. Just feeling into that for one last moment. And I want you to really connect with your higher self. I want you to notice, did your higher self shift from the moment you came in? Are you seeing or feeling or sensing your higher self in a different way, in a different form? And so just breathing all of that in, and we're going to take a moment here, and I want you to start to find your way slowly back down. As you're coming slowly back down your channel, I want you just to allow yourself to just surrender into the flow of life. Allowing all resistance to leave the being, leave the body, and as you create that space, feeling yourself coming back in. I want you to sense, feel, or imagine that as your light comes back in, it starts beaming, penetrating throughout the entire body, through all of the subtle bodies, all of the realms of existence, coming in through the crown, just feeling a figure 8 of balancing left and right hemispheres of the brain, coming down into the third eye, opening and activating. You can start to sense, feel, or imagine a circular formation coming in from the pineal, the pituitary, and the hypothalamus. This is known as the Cave of Brahma. And this ancient activation is going to assist in opening and activating your clairvoyance abilities. So pulling that light all the way down into the throat chakra, opening and activating the throat. Feeling safe to speak your truth. Coming down into the heart, opening and activating the heart. Feeling the softness of the heart. Feeling unconditional love. Coming down into the solar plexus, opening, expanding, feeling that power center come online. Standing in your power, your sovereignty, your truth. Coming down into the sacral, feeling the sacral activate that creative expression coming online. And down into the root chakra here, anchoring in a level of safety and security within the body. And we need to feel all of this with the breath expanding out and pulling all of that back in. I want you just to feel the expansion and the contraction. One more time, feeling that expansion take place and coming back to the contraction within the being. Feeling the expansion take place and coming back to that contraction in the center. Now finding your way back to the center of the center of the center of the heart. Feeling this space where we started our journey. Calling all of your energy back here, all of your power back here, all of your focus. Coming back to the original intention of the heart's desire. Noticing, has it shifted? Bringing in the soul, the higher blueprint. Just noticing what is there. You need to breathe into this. I want you to take a moment here and just feel how powerful you are. What would life look like if you chose from this moment on to continue to be a conscious creator of your own life? Feel that feeling in the being. What is possible? And as you're just feeling into that, we're going to call in all of your guides, all of the angelic realm, ascended masters, archangels. We're going to call in Archangel Metatron to just ask to collapse down Metatron's cube. Just those 13 pillars that we activated around you. We're just asking for those to come down in a opposite formation, so clockwise this time, and just start to gently come down and collapse back into the 0 point. Allowing your Merkaba to come back and encapsulate and come back into the 0 point of the heart. We're just giving so much gratitude within this space, gratitude for your being, gratitude for showing up for yourself today. Thank you so much for coming into this container, being part of this experience. You can take a moment and start to come back into the body, come back into the room, come back into the space.